Hello and welcome back to Jacob's Toys. In this video we're going to take a look at my custom kit bashed MCU Bruce Banner. Please do like, share, subscribe and all of those things. All support to the channel is very much appreciated. Now to date we have only got one MCU Bruce Banner figure, and that is this one that came in the Amazon exclusive Age of Ultron box set along with Thor, Hawkeye and Black Widow. And he's not very exciting, let's be honest, and doesn't represent Mark Ruffalo that well. So what I decided to do is to create this custom that kind of represents the look he had in Age of Ultron where he wore the lab coat, because at the end of the day it's Bruce Banner, so we want to see him in a lab coat. Now the first thing I want to point out is where I did crack the torso, it didn't fit back on completely, so you can see there's a little bit of a gap there on the neck, and that was due to these arms not fitting in the holes exactly as they should, even though I did cut them down a little bit. However, because we got the coat, it does cover that up and you can't tell that there's any gaps or anything. It's not that obvious. So here he is holding Loki's scepter and wearing his lab coat. Now the head was a knockoff head actually. It was a counterfeit head that I repainted, just put a bit of grey hair in there as well and just done sort of a more fleshy kind of paint job to him so it didn't look as flat as the official figure did. So I'm really pleased with how the head's turned out, and I think he actually looks really good. Now the two main figures that I used for this was the retro carded Peter Parker figure and the retro carded Reed Richards figure for the lab coat. I also reused the jacket that came with Peter Parker for an Iron Fist, but that's another video altogether. So essentially it's those two figures that make up this custom or this kit bash. I did replace the shoes from the trainers or the sneakers and give him actual shoes because that's a lot more Bruce Banner, and luckily I did have a second scepter as well, so I was able to put one of those in his hand. But personally I think the blues underneath, the blue jeans and the blue shirt underneath the white lab coat really do look a lot like Bruce Banner from the films. As I said, we did see him in a lab coat in Age of Ultron. Let me just get a picture. There we go. He's got a checkered blue shirt and he has got glasses on, but this is the kind of style that I was going for. And I think it looks right. I think it does look right, and it stands out on the shelf with the others, like the collection, a lot better than the official release did. Now, because of the way that it's been done, I cracked the torso and replaced the arms. I've not lost any articulation whatsoever. He's got all the articulation that you would expect in a 6-inch male figure, which is pretty handy, although you don't need to get him into too many exciting poses because at the end of the day it's Bruce Banner, it's not the Hulk or a superhero, it is a civilian styled figure. So you're only really going to have him in a pose similar to this anyway. I used one of these open hands. I'm not sure who that came with, but I thought it worked quite well for Bruce Banner. It looks like he's kind of explaining a point or trying to get something across to somebody else in the room. But yeah, all in all, I'm really pleased. I'm sure we'll see an official Bruce Banner at some point. It seems really bizarre that they've only given us one figure, and that's the one from the box set. But let's have a look at them side by side. So this is the official one, and this is my custom. Now I'm going to use the word custom because I did repaint the head, and like I said, I put some grey hair in there. You can't really see from the video. The flesh tone is a lot more kind of realistic. So the majority of it is kit bashed, it's just kind of pulling the figures apart and putting them back together in a different way. So kit bashing those two figures together and then custom painting a head sculpt. But I think that he's a little bit more exciting. He adds a little bit more to the shelf than just a standard suited figure. And the head sculpt on the official release isn't incredible. I mean, the sculpt's good, but the paintwork is quite basic because it's an older figure now. As I said, it came in that Amazon exclusive Age of Ultron box set. And here's a photo that I took with the 2-pack Hulk. So the Hulk that came from Age of Ultron. So he's all fired up and angry, and obviously Bruce Banner as well. That's about it. Thank you very much for watching. Any questions, then do pop them down in the comments below. Please do like, share, subscribe and all of those things, and I'll catch you next time.